was the skeet? I've shot skeet for about a year now. My father's a licensed and military police firearms instructor who taught me to originally start shooting. The basics of today I'm planning to show you the basics of firearms shooting, shooting safety, as well as how to point and pull the trigger. I'd like to show everyone a glimpse of what shooting is and how it got started. Skeet shooting, according to Wikipedia, started by William Foster in the 1920s and was invented as an outdoorsman sport to pass the time. My first main point is safety, because as we all know, safety first. The first step to safety is knowing your equipment and making sure that you fully understand the weapon you're using and all the equipment that goes along with it. It's important also to know that whether the firearm is loaded or unloaded, and that where you're always pointing it at every second of the time. The second main point in safety is to always be sure you know what's past your direction that you're shooting at. Mike Albin, a Bristol police officer and certified military and police firearms instructor who I interviewed on September 28th, stated that bullets could travel up to a mile depending on the caliber, the wind speed, and the wind direction. As we know, always use protection. We've been taught this many times in our lives, but in this case I'm referring to hearing protection and eye protection. Tom Knapp, a professional skeet shooter, states in his video on protection that you should always wear hearing protection unless you want to be saying what after every sentence. He's mostly deaf in his left ear and completely deaf in his right ear from not wearing protection in his early years of skeet shooting. And there are many kinds of hearing protection. The most common kinds are muffs, which are like over-ear headphones, and you can buy those with mics so that they pick up the sounds of people talking, but they cut out the gunshots, which will save your hearing later down the line. But you can also pick up a cheap pair of foam plugs, like you see at Walmart or anywhere. It's important to wear eyeglasses as well as hearing protection, because when a gun is discharged, burning gunpowder flies out of the chamber and can hit you in the eye and cause a lot of damage later, which will cost you a lot to the hospital to get taken care of. I have a unbroken clay now to show you guys. This is what they look like. They're just made of actual clay. They're biodegradable. They're black on the underside. Sometimes they're white or orange. And they end up shattering like you can see on the floor. Now that we've gotten the boring stuff out of the way, yet still very vital information, let's talk about the actual shooting part. I'm going to start speaking about how people prepare their gun and their skeet and everything so that they can turn the clay in the sky into dust. First, you're going to want to make sure that all the bystanders and or friends near you are behind the muzzle of the gun. And then you want to make sure that once you've checked this, that the safety on the firearm is in the off position so that when you go to shoot your clay, you don't have the safety on and not be able to shoot. Now, before you've actually tossed the skeet, you want to prepare the gun in your right hand and the skeet in your left hand. Unless you throw better with your right hand, then you want to flop the two. And tune everything out right before you're about to shoot. You want to focus in on the skeet because everything's about to go down within a few seconds after you throw this. And I have a video here now to show you guys that I made too. But I can't really bring a gun into class. This is the safety on when you see the red, and then when you push it so that the red is not showing, that is safety off. Before shooting, you always want to check your gun for any buildup or dirt, damages, anything, because a gun that's actually dirty can kill you by blowing up. And then here's how you load the firearm. Always make sure that you check to make sure that your safety's on before loading. And you'll simply just push the rounds into the buffer tube. Once you hear it click, you'll know that it's fully seated in. Once all your rounds are loaded, you're going to flip the weapon over and charge your handle and make sure that it loads a round into the chamber. And now you're ready to actually shoot. Yeah. So there was a fast one, just so you can see it. Now we're going to break it down. So first you'll have everything set up. As you see, I've got my gun in my right hand and my skeet ready to toss in my left. Then you're going to toss it up and follow it with your eyes. You never want to take your eyes off the skeet. Not too many people look down at their gun and then they lose the skeet when they go back up for it. And then you're going to find it, put your gun on target. You can see it up there on the right. And then once you've got your gun on target, you'll pull the trigger and watch it explode. After all of this, I'm hoping that I've stirred some sort of interest in skeet shooting for you guys. It's a great, fun activity, good for the family and friends. So the next time that you and your friends or family are bored, find a field, find a shotgun, and go to Walmart because skeets are only $32.25 for ammunition and skeets as well. And this will be the best $32 you've ever spent for a whole afternoon of fun and excitement. Thank you.